Boberdoo has a forms builder tool that's available to all of our clients. And this is a forms builder that allows you to build forms that you can embed into a website. And these would be forms that would be one-to-one enabled. In other words, all of the features that are necessary to live up to the standards for one-to-one consent are all built into the forms, and there's a number of different ways that you can take advantage of that. And so we'll look at that real quickly here just to give you an introduction. You'll notice on the left-hand side we have the Forms Builder tab, and when you go into this section here, if you're on a brand new system, you of course need to add a brand new form, and so that would be your first step. These forms are also going to be dedicated to the lead types in your system, and so if you are familiar with our lead types, you'll always want to make sure that you are selecting the appropriate lead type for what your form is going to be associated with. So real quickly to look at the various different components of our forms building tool. Again, there's a lot of things that are happening here, but we'll just cover them very, very briefly here to give you an introduction. But first off, you can see here in the settings, this is where once your form is built, you are able to copy to a clipboard the script that goes with your form so it can be embedded into your website that you manage. Next is the consent settings. This is the various different ways that you would display information to your consumer. In the instances where there are no matches, you can have language shown. For exclusive match, it would then display your TCPA language with a reference and a magic string for the partner that it matched to exclusively. And then we also have the non-exclusive match that would list multiple partners that it matches to. And this is all what's displayed to the consumer in the thank you page. And so then that takes us to the thank you pages, where you are able to then give additional instructions for the system how to handle displaying to the user, the consumer, I guess you could say, what kind of information is going to be displayed to them. And so there's a number of options here depending on what you want to do for your partners. The third-party scripts is a way for you to also incorporate trusted form certificates and Jornaya validations to go with this. And then the fields configuration, this is of course mirroring your lead type, and this is where you're able to identify which fields are going to be viewable in your form and not viewable, required, not required, and such. And so you can see here each line item is representing a field. You've got your contact information here, and in this case for home improvement, the project. Of course, depending on the lead type, that'll be different. With the fields configuration, then we have also the layout, and this is where you're able to decide and design the presentation of the form. And so there's a lot of tools here. And one last thing to show you that is worth pointing out is that we do have the ability to incorporate CSS templates. And so you're able to add a new template here so that if you already have all of the visual aspects of your forms already determined, those can be imported here. So that's the short of the Forms Builder tool. If you have questions, by all means, feel free to open a ticket, and we'd be more than happy to walk you through the process and give you advice along the way.